Welcome back to the show. As you know, Winterlude is already kicked off, and what I love about Winterlude, there's so many exciting things happening, so many unique things. Each and every year, they seem to bring something different, and I know many of you that are regular viewers of the show are certainly familiar with a great organization called MASC, and I am joined by MASC artist Jacqui Du Toit. Welcome to the show, Jacqui. Great to have you here. As I said, many viewers familiar with MASC, but some may not be. Tell us a little bit about MASC and what their mission is.
So MASC takes local artists and sends them into schools to help with the arts education programs. So just to bring artists to the children instead of taking the children to the artists.
Introduce yourself to our viewers. What's your background as an artist? Tell me a little bit about your history.
So my name is Jacqui Du Toit. I'm South African. South African and I'm coloured, known in South Africa, and that comes from, the term coloured comes from the apartheid era, when people were separated and people of mixed background were known as coloureds. So that's usually my identity that I go with.
Okay.
I'm a storyteller. I tell stories, and I tell stories from my lineage, which is Khoisan, as well as different other parts of Africa, like South Africa and different countries from Africa.
Can you expand on your lineage? Tell me a little bit more about it.
Oh, it's very detailed.
Well, you know,
we go
got
back
a few minutes, but yeah, maybe you come back another time. We can do a part two at another time.
We can do a part two, but basically, I'm so mixed because of during the apartheid era, and that's also like another story. But the lineage that I lean towards is the Griqua from the Khoisan people, the tribe, and that is a indigenous tribe from South Africa.
In your storytelling, obviously, you mentioned you use those themes. In your experience engaging children, what has their response been to your storytelling?
Everybody loves a good story,
I agree.
And it doesn't matter how old you are. You know, we still carry that inner child, and so the response is always like with joy or with excitement, or just seeing the eyes of people getting lost in the imagination, and we're all in this wonderful story together with just sharing an oral traditional story.
And Jacqui, it's performance within storytelling as well, right? It's not you simply just sitting there. What sort of style is your performance? How would you describe that?
My style is quite big.
Okay.
I go big.
I love it.
I love expression. I come from a lineage, a long line of storytellers, and we would sit by the kitchen table at my grandmother's house on a Friday and compete with each other who could tell the best story.
Nice.
And so it's very animated. I use my hands a lot. I tend to use the stage a lot, working with the imagination, and that also comes from my theatre background. So.
Oh yeah, tell me about that, because I know theater is a big part of your life, and there's so many benefits, right? I've always said to people, regardless of whether you'd make it a career or not, there's so many benefits when it comes to the arts in general, but the theater is one of my passions, and obviously one of yours.
Yes.
What's that been like, being a part of the theater community?
In Ottawa, it was a little bit tricky at the beginning when I first immigrated here, but then I started creating my own style of theatre, and I noticed that with theatre, it can be challenging sometimes for people who maybe are not used to speaking English or being from this land. So it really helps with self-confidence. And I have a theatre degree from the University of Cape Town, so I first traveled the world with from Cape Town. That was my base.
Right.
And it's such a magnificent tool that everybody should carry.
I agree. That's what brought me here to hosting a show eventually, was getting into theatre. Second weekend of Winterlude is coming up.
Yes.
There are other MASC artists, I guess, that are performing during Winterlude as well, right?
Very exciting, very exciting. Such a great eclectic group of different artists sharing different skills and different talents that they have to offer. Jacques
Cartier Park and Spark Street. You'll be down on Spark Street. What kind of performance can we expect from you?
Stories.
Yeah.
Lots of beautiful stories that I'll be sharing. I'll be doing 30-minute stories and just bringing people together and keeping warm, keeping the soul warm with a nice story.
How did you hook up with MASC as an artist? Where did that relationship come from?
Well, there is a process to get connected with MASC, and so I was doing a lot of work in schools already with my storytelling, and that's how we got together. And they noticed, oh, this is what Jacqui's doing. We'd like to bring her under our wing and take care of her. And yeah, and they have been. And
there's I think what's amazing about MASC is there's such a variety of different artists. Have you then created some relationships with those artists that have lasted for many years?
Oh yes, we work on a lot of collaborations currently.
You do, eh?
Yeah, so right now I'm working with schools residencies in schools, and we're working on oral traditional stories and then taking it into film. So I'm working with another MASC artist that's going to be working with them, turning that story into a film.
Very exciting.
Yeah.
Where can people find you down on Spark Street Mall, and when?
On Saturday.
Okay.
I'll be on Saturday afternoon. There's 3 different segments that I can't remember the times right now.
That's okay. We'll send people to the. We brought up the website on there on screen, so we'll send them to that. And it looks like the weather's going to be much better than this past weekend, so you won't freeze during performance.
Yeah,
right?
I'm so grateful for that.
And those in attendance won't as well. Thank you so much. Really appreciate it. Again, you can catch the MASC artists at Winterlude at Jacqui Du Toit Park and Spark Street over the next couple of weekends. We'll be right back after this.